Here's some more ore.
God, will you look at the size of that thing?
What? Where? I don't see anything. Have you overdone the smokes?
What are you doing out here?
Watching the road for creatures, and probably providing a free meal for any hungry beasties that come wandering by.
I've dealt with your monsters. You have nothing to fear from the shadows anymore.
Really? Those horrible things? You faced them?
Yeah. They were gnomes.
Gnomes? Are you sure? They sounded a lot bigger.
Well, there were a few of them.
Listen, don't tell anyone about this. The boys will never let me hear the end of it. It'll be gnome heads in my bed for weeks.
Sure. I won't say a thing.
Thanks. You're a pal.
Why don't you just run for it?
Once you've listened to those noises in the shadows, you'll be glad of a secure place to sleep. It's no fun in there, but it's no fun out here either. Even if I did make it back to Harbour Town, the Inquisition would just bring me right back here again. Not many places to hide on an island. I don't really have a lot of options. I just hope those beasts stay in the shadows.
Ah, another willing recruit to go into the Inquisition's service.
I'm here to speak to the Inquisitor.
Of course you are. And why should Inquisitor Mendoza, the leader of the Order of the Holy Flame, want to talk to a nobody like you?
I have a message from Don Esteban.
That's what you say. Maybe you're here to kill the Inquisitor.
Do you really think a nobody like me could kill the Inquisitor?
I think a nobody like you could be stupid enough to try. You'd better be from the Don, or the Inquisitor will introduce you to the Holy Flame. And I mean, introduce you to it really close.
Another recruit. The guards brought you here because you transgressed the law. Am I correct?
No. I have a message from Don Esteban.
Then I shall take it to the Inquisitor.
I must talk to him myself.
I see. During your time here, you may move freely around the monastery. This is a privilege. Please do not abuse it. Inquisitor Mendoza is in the Holy Hall.
Where is the Holy Hall?
I shall provide a map. We don't want you getting lost, do we?
When I wish to. How do I leave?
You do not leave. At least not yet.
You cannot keep me here.
Take your message to Mendoza. That is why you entered here, is it not? Do that, then we shall discuss whether you may leave.
Does the Don know that you're up here? This isn't the place for you. You've chosen your path. Now stick to it.
Here's someone who needs the protection of a good weapon.
Have you got any decent weapons?
How about I take one of my weapons and beat you around the head with it? Then you can see how decent they are.
Easy, Tiger. What sort of weapons do you have?
Injure things, kill things, cause damage to things, that sort of weapon. But nothing's free. But I'll trade if you can't pay with gold.
What weapons have you got for trade?
Not much. Take a look. Most use a staff around here. But if you've got something decent to trade, I won't say no.
Let's trade.
Halt. Stranger.
I have a message for the Inquisitor from Don Esteban.
The Don, huh? That will get you in, but try stealing anything or causing trouble, and I'll feed you to the pigs. Are we clear?
I'm not looking for trouble.
There are those that find it without looking. Go on, pass.
Well, what brings you here?
I'm here to talk to the Inquisitor. I speak on behalf of Don Esteban.
An envoy? I hope you come offering a hope of peace.
I am only empowered to speak to the Inquisitor.
Of course. You are free to enter the Hall of the Flame.
Too risky.
Smell of it. You are from the swamp. What does an outlaw want here?
I bring a message from Don Esteban.
Why does he not come himself?
He is busy.
With looting the ruins, attacking my men, or hiding in his temple.
Are you looking to provoke the Don or to get an answer?
But I will hear you. Tell me the Don's message.
Simply this. The fighting has to stop.
Is Esteban afraid or weary?
The creatures from the temples don't care what side we're on. They attack everyone. They are the real threat. We should work together to solve our problems.
These creatures are a distraction. They are not the real threat we face.
If there is a worse threat, do you really want to face it while still fighting these creatures and the Don? You need fewer enemies.
That can come with peace, or with their destruction.
Conflict weakens your forces, as it does ours.
So does having a cancer eating away at us. Peace with the Don has brought us nothing but trouble.
Then we shall fight on. This threat will grow, your forces weaken, and we all lose.
Now the Don realizes that. He sees the storms. He knows the mainland has fallen silent.
Then tell me what we face so the Don can understand.
Isn't that obvious? These storms, these temples, the very future of humanity is threatened.
You need to tell me more about what's going on.
The gods have left the world. Humanity was supposed to be free. Instead, these storms are sweeping us from the face of the land. These creatures are killing our people. But while the holy flame burns strong in this hall, we stand a chance. Let's see if your actions and words match. I will offer you a task. Carry that out, and I shall take it as a sign that the Don can be trusted, that your words are true.
Why is the holy flame important?
The flame is a source of magic. The island is protected by its power.
Protected? What about the ruins that appeared and the creatures?
They are not our prime concern. It is the storms we must worry about.
Why did the gods leave the world?
A mage who wanted to free humanity drove them from this world, and we are at the mercy of what that magic released. What matters now is our survival.
You keep talking of a worse threat. What is this threat you fear?
The dark wave the mage used to free us from the gods has released other powers. Titans. Crossing the seas, they come with the storms. I have seen them. I have witnessed the destruction they bring to humanity. They are everywhere, and we have found no weapon that can stand against them.
What are the Titans?
Will you follow me and learn?
How can we stop this destruction?
As long as the flame burns, this island is safe, and that gives us time. Time to discover why the Titans do not come here, how they may be stopped.
Yes, show me.
Good. I have not misjudged you. Follow me and learn the truth. This world, all the lands you know, were once the domain of the Titans, old beings that shaped this world. They are raw forces of nature that were tamed by the deities you grew up knowing, the gods that enslaved humanity. It was man's duty to drive away those gods, to loose our chains, but in that action, the Titans have also been freed. They seek to take this world from humanity. Human Titan. One must give. It will not be humanity. Follow me and we shall make certain of this. I have fought the Titans, on land and sea, but their magic is old, their bodies incorporeal. We will win this battle only once we know how to use the flame. But for that, We must fathom its mysteries. Come, we must go. The temple ruins contain many secrets. It was in such a temple I discovered the ocular I wear. It shows me the magical currents of the world. The holy flame has its origins in the fire of the volcano, and the currents on this island flow there. It must be tied to the secret of this island's survival. Come, let us go there. Here, this gate will lead us to the source of the holy flame. This gate will lead us to the secret of the storms. Humanity must be defended, and it is the flame that holds the key to this.
Is there a faster way to reach this place?
Take this teleport stone. It is a valuable artifact from the temples. It will bring you directly back to me. This is your mission. This is your duty. Do not fail it.
How do we get this gate open?
No spell, no brute force can open it. Only the 5 keys it needs will do. 5 crystal discs will open this mechanism.
How do you know those discs will open this?
I have one of them, and it fits the lock. Unfortunately, the one I have is damaged. The other 4 missing, but they must be on this island. I came here to seek answers. Those answers are inside this mountain, beyond this gate. You will get me inside. Find these discs. Find them and bring them to me.
So if I help you, then Don Esteban will get the armistice he proposed.
Peace. Gold. As long as he allows us to do this task, he may do as he likes. But you will bring me the crystal discs. You will open this gate and then enter the temple with me.
Why?
Because you serve Esteban, and that is my price. Find those discs.
About the crystal discs. What happened to the damaged disc?
It was exposed to the dark wave. The magic released to drive away the gods, and its crystal lost all of its power. Without it, we cannot open the portal.
So what was the point in coming here?
I think we can repair the missing disc. I sent the mage Cyrus to see to this.
How can the disc be repaired?
The druid Eldric is an expert on crystals. He should be able to help us, and he has spent time studying the ruins here. If anyone on this island has the knowledge to repair the disc, it is him.
You don't know if he can fix the disc.
If you spend your life waiting until you know things for certain, you will learn nothing. I sent Cyrus to the druid, but he has yet to return. You should check on him and see what progress the druid has made.
So you think something happened to Cyrus?
We should investigate to make sure. We must repair the disc.
I will look for Cyrus.
Good. See to it. Make sure Eldric repairs the disc, then bring it to me. But hurry. We do not have much time left.
Where do I find this druid Eldric?
He's a hermit. He has a hut on the east side of the island. It is at the foot of the volcano in the shadow of the mountain face.
What do druids do?
They study magic, draw on the raw, untamed power of nature. This can make them a little strange. They spend their time getting closer to nature, studying animals, avoiding order and civilization.
This druid has the knowledge to help us.
Druids are guardians of very ancient and powerful knowledge. Knowledge we need now.
Where else should I look for discs, besides the Don's camp?
There are no discs in the monastery, but Severin is gathering artifacts at the Inquisition camp outside here, at a place called Tilda's Farm. We can hope he has something there. Talk to Severin. See what they have discovered.
Here to find out about the main gate. I need to know when it will be opened. I heard you're in charge of it.
Plain speech is useful, but some may consider it rude. No matter. Master Palace will open the gate for you.
I'm allowed to leave the monastery.
This is the word of Master Ignatius?
Master Ignatius gives his permission.
Then the gate shall be open to you from now onwards.
How are things here?
We're constantly having to fight off gnomes. One or two are good sport, but get a pack of them and they're trouble. I don't want to die at the hands of a damn gnome. Here they come again. To arms! To arms!
Look out! One of those creatures!
Back in the earth with you!
Yeah!
That's the only language these beasts understand.
Thought that one had you.
Your gnome problems are over.
If only every problem could be solved so easily, eh? Thought they were just biding their time. They're certainly more tenacious than normal, and more organized.
More organized? You mean the gnomes have a leader?
Well, there's talk, but it's just rumor and tittle-tattle.
There's often no smoke without fire.
But this is just a fairy story. Some of the men heard the gnomes talking about the Geiger, but that's a myth. Doesn't really exist, and we haven't seen anything unusual.
Sounds like a campfire tale.
Yes, but the gnomes have changed. They've never acted like this before.
The Inquisitor sent me. He's waiting for the delivery of a crystal disc.
Damn, I knew he wouldn't forget about it. Blasted gnomes.
They stole it.
Afraid so.
The Inquisitor won't be happy about that.
I don't have enough men to fend them off.
So what am I meant to tell the Inquisitor? Sorry, you can't have your crystal disc back. The gnomes are using it as a kitchen table.
We've got to get it back somehow.
Good luck with that.
Hey, this is now as much your problem as it is mine.
Right, sure. It was bound to be down to me. How about I look for this crystal disc?
That would help us both out.
I must be in a charitable mood.
Look, I'm sorry. You think I like asking?
So, where are these gnomes?
The gnomes usually come from the east.
The east? What's there?
There's a fair bit of land, then a rocky peninsula. You can reach that via a long rope bridge.
You think the gnomes are on the peninsula?
Our patrols haven't found a base anywhere else.
Too risky.
You are real, right?
Of course I'm real.
Sorry. It's becoming harder and harder to tell these days.
Who are you?
The name's, Leon.
You seem a little nervous, Leon. You're certainly hard to find.
Why were you looking for me?
Your mother is worried about you.
My mother is always worried. You can tell her that I'm still alive, for now. And that I miss her. Mothers like to hear that kind of thing.
Tell you what, you do it yourself.
I'm not going back there. I came away to try and get some peace.
What are you doing out here in the wilderness?
Just looking for a bite to eat.
Sure that's all you're doing?
Of course. I'm a hunter. I am. Just, hunting.
You don't look like a hunter.
I can't help how I look.
Come on. What are you really doing out here?
Okay. So I'm a treasure hunter, seeker. I heard that the ruins are full of stuff, and so I set out to get my share. I even got myself a shovel and a pickaxe.
Cut the crap. I can tell you're lying.
You're really not gonna let this rest, are you?
Not a chance.
Okay. But you won't believe the truth either. Just before the Order locked up Harbour Town, I started getting nightmares. Then it got worse. I started seeing these apparitions, hearing this whispering inside my head. I escaped town, but it's no better out here. I haven't slept properly for ages. The whispering, always the whispering. These apparitions, these restless ghosts, they won't leave me alone.
Why would a dead lord haunt you?
If only I knew.
So do these ghosts talk to you?
Only one of them. Calls himself Lord Patrascon.
What can you tell me about Lord Patrascon?
When he comes to me, I can hear this horrible, whispering voice inside my head. He says terrible things. Terrible things.
If they've singled you out, then you must have done something.
I found this strange ring in the forest. Found it. All right. I didn't steal it, it was just there. Been seeing them since then.
Show me the ring.
Here.
That ring must have belonged to them, and the undead don't like their things being taken.
Oh, crap. What do I do now?
Do you have any idea where these ghosts come from?
No. Well, in my dreams I see towers. There's a ruined tower north of here, and there are more on the west coast. Perhaps they come from those.
Maybe I can take care of these ghosts.
Really? How will you do that?
I'll go to the towers, see what I find there.
That would be good. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
I need more information about these undead. Can you mark where these ruined towers are on my map?
Right. Let me get my head straight. Well, one isn't far from here to the north, and two are on the west coast. I think there could also be one on the south coast and one in the east. I'll mark them on your map anyway. I hope it helps.
Right. Thanks. Who does this hut belong to?
Me. Well, me now.
So you've taken it. You think it's okay to just steal someone's home?
Hey, this island's been turned upside down. You see that, right? Besides, no one's bothered me. So the owner's either dead or he's been dragged off to the monastery.
Sounds about right for this place. How did you get out of Harbour Town?
I climbed over the town wall.
It's that easy.
Well, apart from stopping them seeing you do it, that goes without saying.
I took one of these vassal rings from an undead lord. It looks just like yours.
So my haunting could really have something to do with that ring?
Could be.
I wish I'd never touched that damn thing. You think there are more of them out there? That all those ghosts has one of those rings?
How are things with you?
I don't know. I feel uneasy. It's too quiet. That White Robe lot aren't bothering us so much. Means they're probably plotting something. So watch yourself.
That's the only language these beasts understand.
Good to hear you're one of us now. We can use all the help we can get.
What's the biggest thing you've hunted?
The number of times I've been asked that. I suppose it was one of the rotworms out here. But it doesn't always have to be big to be dangerous.
Disgusting beasts, and the Inquisition. This used to be a quiet island. Sometimes, I think all the good times have gone.
Your shoe is untied.
Oh yeah? Well, I can still kick you with it if you're trying to mess with me. Got it?
I think I get it.
So, you've joined up, have you? Picked a bad time for it.
Yeah?
The Don used to rule here. Not anymore. Not now there's these creatures roaming the island. Creatures, refugees, the fucking Inquisition. Still, The more men on our side, the more chance we have to get through this mess.
Your work here's not too bad, but I've seen better.
You've seen better? And you're an expert, are you? You wouldn't know decent metalwork if someone shoved it up your arse and wiggled it around. You want to look again and reassess your thoughts? Or you want me to show you some really close up?
What have you got to trade? What have you... Too risky. Is there a faster way to reach this place?
We've uncovered some sort of mage stone at the temple. They say it has the power to move people from place to place in an instant. You might find it useful in the work you're doing for the Dawn.
How are things going here?
I'm worried about the temple over to the east. I sent a group of men to the entrance. Our treasure seekers were able to open it, but something's not right. They should have been back here long ago, and I've heard nothing.
Wasn't the Eastern Temple my job?
Yes, I know. I didn't have a choice. The Dawn was getting impatient. We had to move before the Inquisition looted the place. But, like I said, I've not heard from the men I sent there.
I've recruited 3 treasure seekers, experienced ones. Ulf, Dirk, and Dieter. Have you heard of them?
Experienced men. Surprised the Inquisition didn't back them. Still, Ulf wouldn't like the Inquisition. Well, now they can prove their skills at the large temple to the east.
I'll see what's happening at the Eastern Temple.
Good. I put Danilo in charge of things over there. Find him, and tell him I'll feed him to the rockworms if he doesn't get a move on. You should know how to find the Eastern Temple. Good luck.
Too risky. I want to improve my fighting skills. I want to be stronger.
Keep it up.
I want to be stronger.
Good. Don wants this, the Inquisitor wants that. What about what we want?
Well, I will.
Do you have things to sell?
Hey, come here. I need to talk to you.
And who are you?
Never mind who I am. My boss is interested in you and what you can do. Wants me to make you an offer.
Who is your boss?
A powerful man.
More powerful than the Don?
This isn't a pissing contest. I've told you what you need to know.
Who let you in here?
That doesn't matter. What matters is, I can get to you anywhere you are. My boss can reach you wherever you go.
How can I refuse an offer I can't refuse?
We need a smart operator, and my boss thinks that's what you are.
You're one of Captain Romanov's men.
Smart bastard, aren't you? That's why you're the man for this job.
What does your boss want from me?
Help. That's all. You can find something that a certain person needs and give them information they need to make a decision.
Who am I supposed to help?
A woman. She has a small tavern down on the harbour quay in the town.
Patty, yeah, I know.
Pretty clued up, aren't you?
Have you heard of any discs? Crystal discs?
I've heard of many things. Perhaps I've heard of these discs. Help us, and I'll tell you more.
What has Patty got to do with this?
Don't worry, she's not going to get hurt. Just visit her and do what she asks of you.
That's all?
Yeah, just do what she asks.
This isn't some strange way of her asking me out, is it?
Stop asking questions and do it. You'll find it easier on yourself, and you'll get paid too. How could you refuse that?
Alright, I'll call on Patty.
Good. Why don't you go and do that now? You'll hear from us later. Have fun with Patty.
I have spoken with the Inquisitor. He'll agree to an armistice in return for some crystal discs. He claims you have some and he wants them. That's his price.
Crystal discs? That is all he seeks. What do these crystal discs do? What power have they?
The Inquisition found a gate buried behind the monastery. It leads into the mountain. The Inquisitor thinks whatever caused these temples to appear is inside the volcano. He thinks the discs open the gate.
But what is behind this gate?
If I knew that, I'd be the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor's convinced the answer to the temples, to the storms, is inside there. And discovering that is in all our interests.
If I let the Inquisitor go inside the mountain and he finds more objects of power, more magic, then that's it. He will control the island. We will stand no chance of ever winning it back. If I stop him entering, we risk the whole island being swallowed by these storms. I was born to make decisions such as this. I will not stand in his way. I will allow him to enter the mountain unopposed, and you shall go with him.
What do you want me to do in there?
The Inquisitor links this gateway with the temples that have risen here. That means there must be gold inside there, and there must be magic. We must take our share of this bounty. And if the Inquisitor is really only interested in all our welfare, he should agree to that.
Do you know where these crystal discs are?
I have one object that matches that description.
Just one? The Inquisitor needs several. And if he's right, and we need to get in there to save the island...
Well, we have a new excavation in a temple to the east, not far from your monastery. Fincher's overseeing an excavation at the large temple to the east, not far from the monastery. It's a big temple. Maybe one of these discs is there.
What makes you think a disc is in the temple to the east?
What can you think of anywhere else? Searching a large temple has to make more sense than poking around in the woods. Wouldn't you agree?
So you'll give the disc you have to the Inquisitor?
Inquisitor Mendoza? The mighty Inquisitor Mendoza comes to this island, my island. He marches his men through the streets of my town. He tyrannizes my people and forces them into his service. Yet I am supposed to trust him? Trust a man who has betrayed every promise he's made, even to those of his own faith? No. I will not simply give this disc to him. I need something for me and for my people, if he is to get what he wants.
If we don't trust what he says, what's the alternative?
Bring me the rest of the crystal discs the Inquisitor wants. Once we have all the discs, he will have to deal with us on our terms. Now we know what he wants. We have the upper hand. Get me those discs. Then let us see what tune we can make our Inquisitor dance to.
Smells good.
Start again. Did it. Start again. Damn. Job well done.